I'm going to roll with the Lakers. I'm not going to jump ship on the Lakers. Listen, the Clippers are the deeper team. As far as I'm concerned, from top to bottom, they're more talented. I get that, and I understand that. And I understand why Max and so many others have picked the Clippers to win the chip. I'm just a believer in LeBron James at this point in time, especially at a time like this. Because if there's one person I believe who can be trusted to come back in peak physical condition after this ordeal, it's LeBron James. When you consider his workout regimen, how dedicated he is to keeping himself in physical condition. You know, you can look at the greatness of LeBron James, 35 years of age, 17th season in the league, career 27-7-7 averages, averaging 25-10-7 before the league was suspended. You can praise him for his numbers, even his championships, where I contend to you that we will miss him when he's gone is the same reason I bring up MJ, I bring up Kobe, and I bring up some of the all-time greats. They never cheated us. We never looked at them and said, they're out of shape. They're not ready. They can't go. We've never done that to them. We've never done that to them. Unless they literally had an injury that they could not play, these guys always came in shape, always ready to handle the call that only the marquee and headliners get. That's LeBron James. And why? Because he's not training for the season. It's his way of life. That's how he conducts himself. And so when I look at the league being suspended, and I imagine the league ultimately returning, what I think about is how many guys are not going to be ready because they don't have the facilities, they didn't have the work ethic, the discipline, the commitment, the knowledge and know-how that it would require to be ready for whatever it takes. I don't have that concern about LeBron James, and that's why I would give him and the Lakers the edge at this particular moment in time. Not just because of him, but because those troops in L.A. will listen to him, and he even has a co-star in Anthony Davis, who also should be a candidate for league MVP honors, who was the one that was in LeBron James' face from the moment he signed on as a Laker, saying, yo, we going to play better defense this year because that's what we need to do. You got that going on, I'm going to lean towards giving them that their props and that edge, a slight edge.
I'm a Lakers fan, but I thought wherever Kawhi went, that's the team that would win the championship. Had he stayed in Toronto, I thought they would have won it, and look what Toronto's doing even without him. You know, they didn't get anything for him. Had he stayed there, I'm pretty sure they'd be the best team in the East, at least come playoff time. And instead he went to the Clippers, where he's load managed. And Paul George has been hurt at times, and they haven't really played all together at times, and yet they're right there. And still, even people who took the Lakers and who've been kind of justified in their pick by the way the Lakers and LeBron and AD and the supporting cast has played, even think Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, everyone's worked out like it's the best case scenario so far, basically. Stephen A. Smith, you picked the Lakers, and even you're like, look, I see why the Clippers are the deepest team, etc. Even though the Clippers' record isn't as good. So the question really is, do these circumstances change what our picks were to enter the season? I said Clippers, Stephen A., you said Lakers. And I say, no, it doesn't change. I'm still with the Clippers. But that doesn't mean I don't think it favors one side or another. The odds either got wider or shorter in my estimation. And I think it just got actually a little tighter. I think it's going to be even better if and when they come back in terms of the competition in the playoffs. Because, Stephen A., you said LeBron never cheated anyone. And he hasn't load managed as Kawhi has load managed. But he's load managed in other ways as he got older. After Miami, it seems to me he realized if I want to get to the finals every year and win this thing sometimes, I got to have something in the tank. I got to have some gas left in the tank. And so he eased up on the defensive end for a lot of the regular season, which I think is a good idea. That's why he's one of the reasons he's so well preserved at his age and still performing at such a high level. That kind of changed this year. LeBron put the pedal to the metal. And my whole thing all year is, what is this man going to have left deep in the playoffs? You know, that at some point you hit the gas, you hit the pedal, the gas just isn't there. This should help rejuvenate him. It should help. And meantime, guys like Kawhi, who were load managing, and I'm all for it. You know, why would you expect the season to be interrupted like this? Months and months ago, you would never anticipate it. Nevertheless, when you don't live every day like it could be your last, even in a basketball sense, them's the breaks. So the Clippers' record is not as good as it otherwise would have been. And yet, even the rest that was to Kawhi's advantage, the playing field's a little evened by the fact that LeBron's now also going to be rested. That said, Kawhi also benefits just personally, not in the context of LeBron from the rest, because he's had health issues. So has Paul George. So when you add it all up, I still think even though the Lakers benefit from this, provided there's enough runway before the playoffs. If the playoffs just started, the Lakers are in bad shape. But if they have enough runway to get some chemistry back before the playoffs, they benefit. I still like the Clippers.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.